activities practice?
Yes, that's the activities, but the reason we have the activities is not just to give them something fun to do and not just for them to make friends, but it's when they can take themselves out of their comfort zone and they can become better team worker, better communicator, better leaders. That's why we have so many activities and that's why they're compulsory. So when they apply to university, they can have good grades, but they can also give really good examples of when they've been a team worker, when they've had to do a presentation, when they've had to be a leader. So that's why every day we have over 100 to choose from throughout the course of the year. 2 hours of homework, which is usually about right, I think, for the Vietnamese students as well. That sounds about okay. Saturday morning, we have activities or we have sports fixtures. And then the rest of the weekend is free time. They can go to the local area if they want to, but we find a lot of the students, they just like to relax and they like to maybe do a little bit extra study. And that's how the school day works. Now, there are many great things about my school. For example, if you see this page here, you can see all the different activities that we have. We've got swimming, we've got hockey, we've got golf, we've got the medical society for those who want to develop a career in medicine or dentistry or veterinary science. We have an astronomy centre and we have a brilliant music department and we have a fantastic art department as well. But those things are not truly unique. So we do these things really well, but we actually have 4 things which are very, very special. So if you remember anything about my school today, if you can remember these 4 things, that would be really useful. So the arts, we're very good for art, and some of the best ever artists we had in school came from Vietnam. They won all the art competitions. The GCSE grades are very, very good for art. You can study 4 art subjects in total. So number 1, we're very good for the arts. Okay, now number 2, we also are very good for sports. So we have on this page here, we have a golf program, and we actually had somebody from Vietnam on the golf program before. They were a beginner, and the golf is number 1 in the UK and has been for 3 of the last 4 years. We also have a football program as well. So the way the golf and the football and the art work is that you get an extra 10 or 15 hours added to your timetable, especially for football, especially for golf, and especially for the arts. And then the other thing that we have, number 4, is the Piano Academy, which is very popular with our Vietnamese students. So if they know they definitely want to come to a UK boarding school and they either have learnt the piano from a very young age or they want to get very good, then our school is probably one of the strongest schools out there for them, because they can have their regular school timetable and then they can have an extra 10 or 15 hours per week. That page there, that is our director of music. His name also Adam. His teacher from many years ago, so the teacher of his teacher, who is the teacher of his teacher, if you trace it back, it goes all the way back to Beethoven, who's a very famous composer in Europe. So the level of teaching is very, very high. And we have 21, so just on this page here, we have 21 Steinway pianos in school. So all of our pianos are Steinway pianos, which are kind of like luxury brand pianos in school. So I think this will be very popular with students from Vietnam. They can take ABRSM gradings all the way up to diploma level. Okay, should I give you some statistics about the school? Because when I come to Vietnam, quite often people ask me for statistics. So we have 800 students in total. We have 350 boarding students. We are probably around 70% British, and then about 10% German, and then the remaining 20% come from 60 different countries, which makes us probably one of the most diverse schools in the country, whilst still being majority British. So it helps Vietnamese students settle really quickly, because we have lots of small groups of countries in similar situations coming over to the UK for the first time, and it just creates a very friendly environment. Okay. Do you know what the IB diploma is? The International Baccalaureate. Have you heard of this before? So in the UK, when you get to age 16, we call it year 12. When you get to age 16, you have a choice of two courses. You have either the A-level, which is the traditional British qualification, or you have the International Baccalaureate diploma, which is a very famous sort of international course. We have both of them. And I would say maybe half the Vietnamese students do the IB diploma and maybe half do the A-level. I think if you want to go to a UK university, it makes sense to do the A-level because the UK universities are familiar with the A-level program. But if you want to go to maybe a US college after, or a Canadian college or an Australian university, then it would sometimes make sense to do the IB diploma because they are more familiar with the IB diploma. With the IB, you study 6 subjects in total, and with the A-level, you study 3 subjects in total. So A-level, you become an expert on maybe 1 or 2 narrow things, and then for IB, you're a bit more of an all-rounder, and you study a language, you study math, you study science as well. Okay, why don't I show you a few things in the school? Maybe have a look at one of the bedrooms, and we can have a look at some of the facilities that we have. Have you had any UK schools come to visit you yet?
Yes.
This year?
I'm working from June.
From June.
Around morning 20 school.
Oh, right, okay. I know a few of the people that work out here. Like I met Carly before from Dover Brooks and Cardiff Sixth Form. Okay, so which would be the Wi-Fi for me? Dong-ting?
Yes.
5G. Okay, I'm going to give you as well our Sixth Form prospectus. Do you know what Sixth Form is? Sixth Form is year 12.
Yes.
Okay, I've given you a brief summary, but a little video that I'd like you to watch just tells you a little bit about Rossall, but it's recorded by our students. So rather than me explain it to you, you can hear directly from them what they think of their time at Rossall.
The best thing about living at Rossall is meeting pupils from many different countries and sharing our stories of not only our childhood, but also the different lifestyles and religions that we have.
Rossall is different from other schools due to its unique location, the people within it, and the varieties of opportunities available. Due to the small class sizes, you can really build a good rapport with your teachers, which means you are able to get the most out of your subjects. As well as this, studying is not just confined to the allocated time in the classroom, due to the fact that teachers are willing to go above and beyond to ensure you achieve the best results possible.
There are some interesting societies you can get involved in, such as LImônG, LIЄN and Politics Society. These are really useful to help acquire skills and experiences to help you in your future career.
In school, I am currently part of the CCF. This is the Combined Cadet Force. During my time in the CCF, I have had the opportunity to take part in different courses, which means I've been able to receive the promotion of being corporal.
Thanks to the teachers' encouragement and enthusiasm, my priority and focus is on my studies, and I make sure that I push myself to the best of my ability. I play rugby competitively for the school, and I have taken part in many other team sports as well as individual sports. These include hockey, football, athletics, cross hockey, cricket, and fives. But this is just a small selection of the sports that are offered here. You can also do things such as swimming, table tennis, and yoga. The list goes on.
Favourite memory in Rossall was when I was in Year 8 and my rounders team won a tournament. It was not just because we had won, but also because after hard work and determination, we finally achieved what we had worked so hard for. This was thanks to our teacher, as she pushed us to work as a team and not give up when things got tough. I have applied to various Russell Group universities to study politics. I am confident that I will succeed in what I have set out to achieve.
Studying in Rossall, an international boarding school, has not only helped me to improve my English speaking, but it has also allowed me to acquire many friends that come from all around the world. I am part of our School 5's team, and I am also a chorister within our school chapel choir. Both provide endless opportunity for me to visit a different school for a 5's fixture, or to visit a cathedral or a church for evensong, or to take part in a service.
Rossall is different from other schools due to its unique location, the people within it, and the wide variety of opportunities available to it.
Okay, any questions on the video? No. Any questions about the school? Okay.
Before they enter the school,
Yeah.
what do they need? Because like other schools, some school students must do a math test and English test.
Yeah, so admissions requirements for the school. Okay, so if you have somebody who's interested, we'd like to receive a registration form and 2 school reports. And then what we will do is we'll set up the admissions tests for them. So test 1 is the Cambridge English test.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this test before? Cambridge English test. It gives them an English language level, like C1 or B2 or B1, A2. So you know in the IELTS certificate you have 7, C1, or you have...
Is it equivalent?
Yeah, is equivalent to that. So that's test 1, and then test 2 is called the CAT test, which stands for Cognitive Abilities Test. And that tests things like their non-verbal reasoning, and it gives us a rank position of them in relation to the rest of students in the UK private schools. So we have those 2 tests. It's really good for them to write a personal statement of why they want to join the school, especially if they want to apply for a scholarship as well. And then when we have all of those things, we can make a decision on an offer for them. So we have an interview on Zoom, and then we can make the decision. So the fees are approximately £36,000 per year. That includes their boarding house, that includes their tuition, it includes their 3 meals per day as well. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you, and this is really useful if you have any people who are interested to know more about Rossall. Say they come in and they want to talk about some UK boarding schools. I always recommend to go to our school website, rossall.org.uk, and if you head over to 360 Virtual Tour, just here, this brings you up a map of our campus. And this one's really, really interesting to get an understanding of how the school is, what it will be like when they get there. And they can also explore some of the areas in school as well. So these are our boarding houses over here. This is the boys' boarding houses. You have the girls' boarding houses down here. This is the main square of the school, and this is actually the library, even though it looks a little bit like a church. And then we have the dining hall over here. So we have a very big campus. I think our students from Vietnam always remark how big the campus looks. So yeah, I'll show you 1 or 2 of the areas. Anything that is red or blue you can click on for a closer look. I think we have maybe 30 areas on the school. Right. So, very Hogwarts style, I think, the dining hall especially. Now the food in my school is very, very good. I think Vietnamese food is the best in the world, so I can't promise it will be as good as the food in Vietnam. But actually, for a UK boarding school, our food is very, very good. Okay. So as I say, very, very happy to consider students from Vietnam. They'll be joining a long line of other students who've been very successful, like the girl I mentioned that went to Cambridge, to LSE. Several have gone to Imperial as well. So, any final questions from you? No. Okay. Well, thank you for listening to me today. I really appreciate it. And for your students, when they arrive, I have put together these small packs for them. So you guys can keep these. And then if they want to take the brochure away, they can just scan the QR codes. Okay, I'll leave them with you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to leave these prospectuses with you as well. So do you remember the special things about my school?
From art.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one
Yeah.
art. Then golf.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah.
And the final one is piano.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, piano is this spread.
Yes. Good. Thank you for listening today. I have brought you some pens as well. So should we take a photo before I go?
Yes.
Okay. So let me give you the pens to keep. And then I thought we would take a photo, so I brought the bird with me as well. So you have, where is, the logo is there.
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to hold the bird?
Yes. Oh, that's sweet.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. One more. And 1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
Thank you. So what's the best way for you guys to communicate with me? Do you prefer email or WhatsApp?
Email.
Email.